Hello, everybody. I just wanted to introduce myself. I am Tammy Peterson. A lot of you know me already. I am also known as Boy Mom Health Nut because I am. This marks a year for me doing markets, and let me just say it's been an amazing year. I have made so many friends from all over, and it's been so special to me because it would have taken me so much longer to meet all of you amazing people. So thank you for getting to know me and my story and giving me a chance to help you out. A little about me. I have been married almost 30 years. November will be 30 years. My husband and I waited 10 years to have children because we went to New York and lived for 5 years, and then I got super sick. We came back and we had our two boys, not at the same time, 2 years apart. But my whole health journey started way before that. First of all, I come from a small town in Texas, an industrial town, actually, probably part of the problem. Although my family is very, very country, we did live in a small city in Texas, and it was industrial, and my dad had great insurance. So I was at the doctor all the time on antibiotics because, who knows why. So that, I feel like, is where it started with my health journey. My mom was always taking me to the doctor because my stomach was messed up, which now we know was probably because I was on antibiotics 24/7. But I grew up, had a great life, had a great mom, had a great dad, one sister, an awesome sister. We loved everything outdoors. Our dad didn't have sons, so he taught us to do everything that a boy would do. We had horses, we rode horses, we fished, we camped in a tent, in a trailer. We did so much fun stuff. Our dad and mom always had us doing fun stuff, and mostly they taught us to love our God and to center our lives around that. And so that's really where, the best part of my story is my worship, and that has been the center point of our lives as a family, me, my husband, my children. So by the time I got married, we moved to New York and were there 5 years. We met so many amazing people. A lot of the connections that I have in this market are because of that. But I did get sick. I never could recover really. And you just don't, like, if you're a girl from the country, you don't eat great, and if you say, I need to take sugar out of my diet, everybody's like, what? Why would you do that? Bread? No bread? Are you crazy? Well, so it was kind of a health journey all by myself, just because even when I started feeling sick, the internet wasn't even like a huge thing, right? I had to research it all myself. So I did figure out that candida, sugar issues, was at the core. The sad thing about it is by that point, depression, anxiety, and feeling overwhelmed as a mother of two small children, and I wasn't young, I was already mid-30s, I just became this angry, anxious, depressed mother that I didn't like. That's not who you imagine yourself to be, right? When you think, I'm going to have these two beautiful boys, you think of baking pies in the kitchen with your apron on and singing to them while you're, baking. And that's just not what happened with me. I just was so sick and just so overwhelmed all the time. I still remember waking up and feeling this angsty feeling every morning, and I can't breathe, and just everything would just be too much for me. And so that was just my life. And I went to with my children because by that point, one of them was ticking, one had a little bit of OCD and maybe hyperactivity. I didn't know. It was probably just because I was a mess, but I drug us all three to healthy, crunchy doctors all over the place. And my mother-in-law was always sending me to healthy, crunchy doctors, and they did help me. And they really started me on a journey of plants and whole plants. And as a matter of fact, when we came back from New York, my husband's aunt actually had a doctor that she was called a nutritionist, but she basically changed your whole diet and then put you on supplements that were whole food supplements. So I knew those were great for me, but I will tell you, I would go to those doctors every month, and $500 later, and we didn't have money, $500 later, I walked out with a bucket full of pills and, you know, a lot of debt. But I knew at least that was what was helping me. Now, as time went on, my personality is that I just became overwhelmed, and I would look at all these bottles of pills and I would just shut down. So even though I found a couple of things that helped me, genuinely helped me, I just wouldn't stick with anything. So my father died when my one son was 1 year old, and that was really kind of the beginning of what was just really bad health, bad emotions, because I was eating so bad, and I was just, you know, just not taking care of myself. So several years passed. Me and a friend, her name is Michelle, we met in New York and stayed close all these years. We both were very health conscious, except she's way smarter than me, so that worked out great for me. But I would go out to visit her, and so I went out to visit one time. She's like, "Look, I want you to try this. This is a new company." And she explained to me a couple of the herbs that were in them, which was ashwagandha and rhodiola, which I had already found. And that was the only two things that I had truly gotten help with. Because honestly, I mean, the doctors did not know what to do with me. They would just say you're depressed. So they would put me on antidepressants, which for me were not the answer. I know for some people, that's a tool that you have to have. But for me, it made me worse. So I go out there. She's like, "I think they're helping me already." And she had been taking them a couple of months. I was like, "Okay, well, I'm here a week. Let's do it every day." So every day we would take our, which I'm not good about juicing now. Let me just say that. We would take these Soul Natural supplements, and we did it every day. I felt better immediately. And the reason is because Soul Natural was built and created on the body and mind concept that you have to have them both together to work correctly, right? You can't just eat horribly and be emotionally okay. So you've got to work on both of them. Every single product is a combination. So all those pills I had been taking are like, there's like 10 supplements, 10 plants sometimes in one product. So that was, I mean, already that product saved me, you know, so much money, but because of the way they're combined synergistically, they worked for me. And side note, the best part of all is that the herbs and plants that are in there, there's something for your emotions in every single combination. There's something for your physical in every single combination. It is addressing your mind and your body. And this is what's even crazier. Every product, they put at least one adaptogen in. Now, adaptogens are these crazy herbs, you can Google them, that are smart. They know what to do for you inside your body. They're incredible. So adaptogens are something that is in every single product. So Soul Naturals for me has been a life game changer. I've been taking them now. October will be 8 years. So they are just something that's amazing. I hope you love them as much as me. I have a personal assessment on my website. Please check it out. I have a $25 gift card for first-time customers. For me and my family, this has been a game changer, and it uses our God-given plants. Plants that help our body, that feed our body, that help our mind. I just feel like that if you feel stuck, if you have been looking everywhere and cannot find any help, just give this a try. 1 month can change your life. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the market. I have loved every market this last year, and I have loved every one of you as friends. Whether or not you use my product or not, I've got forever friends. I love you all. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.